Hello, welcome back to KG Simple Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing this Comfee bottom loading water dispenser. So this is basically a quick cooling and bottom loading water dispenser. Some of the things that I'm excited about this is that it has quick cooling, so it can give me some nice refreshing cool water, and it is also self-cleaning, which is a huge plus, especially with kids running around. I feel like that just puts my mind at peace. I also love that this is actually a bottom loading machine, so typically when you have the traditional water dispensers where you have the big jug, you have to lift it up and put it on top, and I just love that you don't have to lift this high up every time. You can just load it down on the bottom. So let's go ahead and open this up so that I can show you what it looks like. Okay, just got this out of the box. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna show you a couple of the extra things that it came with. It comes with the user manual in here, and then it comes with some brackets and screws. So this is what it looks like. Overall, I'm really excited about the look of this just because it kind of has a neutral look to it. It's not gonna stand out. When you're adding anything to your house or your kitchen, you don't want it to be an eyesore for sure, and I really like how this is just gonna blend right in. Okay, so I just wanna show you, this is where the water jug is going to go, right down here. And so I'm just gonna start by just taking this little protective coating off of the front here. I really do like how this was shipped. I feel like everything came really protected. There's no issues with the box being damaged or the item being damaged in any way, so that's so great. I feel like that's really important, especially when ordering something so large online. I just have really low expectations of how it's gonna show up, and this showed up great. So I just wanted to show you some of the settings here first. So we have this hot option right here. We have this ambient button that's basically like room temperature water, and then cold. So I really like that it has these three options. I feel like all of the water dispensers that we've had in the past just had like a hot and cold or a room temperature and hot as their options. So I love the variety here. And you can see you can push all of these down. So this one has a little safety lock, which I absolutely love because we do have kids running around. So you have to pull this lever over and then push it down. It doesn't just push down on its own, which I love because you would not want to have a child get scalding hot water on them. So that's so great, I love that. So I just flipped this around so you can see the switches on the back. So these are not easily accessible from the front, which is nice. So these little switches in the back, you have the night light option right here. We have the cold water and the hot water option. So if you don't even want your hot water to be accessible in the front of this machine, you can turn this off. And same with the really cold water, you can turn that off as well. And then over here, we have a little switch for self-clean. I feel like this is one of the really awesome features about this, is that this actually turns on an ozone sterilization that can actually get rid of harmful and dirty substances from the cooler water. I feel like that's always been kind of an issue of mine. Just having some kind of water dispenser, you have to think about the bacteria buildup just while the water is just sitting in the machine, but with this, you don't even have to worry about that, which makes me feel really good. So now that we have checked out all the different parts of this water dispenser, I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up. I'm gonna put it where I want it, and then I'll go ahead and show you the process of loading in a jug of water. So I have this 3-gallon water jug already, and you can see there's kind of a lip down here so that you can easily slide it into place. So I'm just gonna tip this up and slide it right in, and that is so much easier than lifting something up and tipping it upside down like your traditional water dispensers. So now that I have this in here, I'm just going to take this lid off. And since this already comes like this, and you can see this little straw here that is gonna go down into the water jug, it fits a 5-gallon water jug, but I'm using a 3-gallon and I can still use it with this. You just detach it from here and it can go lower, which I really like that we have that option. So I'm just gonna stick this inside. I'm actually just gonna pull it out so I can do it a little bit easier. So you stick this inside here. I push this down as far as it goes. So we have that nice and secure. I'm just gonna push it right back in here. Okay, perfect, so that was really simple. So I shut this. I love that this has this kind of brushed stainless steel look to it. So all I'm gonna do now is plug this in, and then I'll show you some of its different features. So when this one is lit up right here, that means that I have the cold water switch turned on in the back. So I like that that is a visual cue in the front. And this one down here shows that I have the hot water switch turned on in the back. So you can see back here, I'm gonna turn the hot water switch off, that light goes off, and the cold one goes off. So now that this is almost fully ready to go, I have a couple of different things just to show you the different water temperatures and how I'm going to use them. So I have a cup for the room temperature water, I have a cup for the ice cold water, and then I have a cup for hot water, which I have a little tea bag in here. So, and then I also have just a little kitchen thermometer, and so I'm gonna use this to show you kind of the differences in the temperature. The user manual does recommend that you wait about an hour just to make sure you get the coldest water possible. And so I am going to wait the full hour just to try all of these out. I'm gonna start out by testing out the room temperature water, and I'm just gonna use this glass, and then we will test the temperature. So back here, I'm just gonna turn on the little night light. I don't know if you can see, there's a little light on my hand here, which is really nice, especially for evenings, or if you do have this kind of in a darker corner, that's gonna be perfect for that. I really like this little night light. That way it just makes it so much easier to find the spout. Even if you have a dark room, you can find where the spout is and you can put your cup there, and it's very nice and visible. And you can also remove this just to clean up excess water right here. So I have my glass here, and we are going to do room temperature water. I'm just gonna push the button here. Okay, so testing the temperature, the room is about 70 degrees, 72 degrees or so. Okay, so the water here, it says the water is 73 degrees. That's accurate. That's about the room temperature in this room, so that's nice. So now I have this little tea bag in here, and I have this ready to make some hot water. I'm just gonna set this down right here. I'm gonna use this child safety lock. Okay, I can see this steaming. Okay, so like you can see here, it's about 70 degrees in the room. Okay, so this machine has only been on for about 15 minutes, and this water temperature is already up to 164 degrees. That is so perfect, and this is gonna be so useful. And now we're ready to test the cold water. So like I showed you before, it's about 72 degrees in this room. Okay, nice. So the room temperature is 72 degrees in here, and this water is 45 degrees, and it's been about 45 minutes since I turned this on. That is super impressive. You can actually tell that on the side of the glass, it is really cold. You can see my fingerprint through it. So the glass is all frosted over. Oh, that is so perfect. I'm just gonna take a little sip. Oh my goodness, that's so refreshing. That's so perfect, especially with us just jumping into summer right now. I do want to note that all of these water buttons and this drip tray down here are all EPA certified materials. And the thing that I really love about that is that because these are all frequently touched areas and very prone to pollutions and bacteria, the antibacterial materials can prevent them from being contaminated, which is a huge plus. And here's the certificate explaining that. Overall, I'm really excited about this. I love that it fits in this little space perfectly. I love that it is not super tall. It's accessible to anybody, whether you are a child or an adult or even in a wheelchair. You'll easily be able to access this, which is really nice. I love that this makes room temperature water, really hot water, and really cold water. I feel like that's going to meet all my family's needs. I love that this does not make a lot of noise, and most importantly probably, I love that this is not a huge eyesore to the kitchen. I have this perfect spot right off of the kitchen that this is going to be really easily accessible for filling up pots and pans with water when I am cooking something, or just filling up some hot water for a cup of coffee. I feel like this is going to make our lives easier, and I'm really excited for all of the use this is going to get, especially this summer. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description down below so you can go check this one out yourself. If you found this review useful, please give this video a thumbs up and follow us for more. Thanks for watching. Bye!